We have an awesome morning of fishing ahead of us. We have a lot of things in our favor this morning. We have cloudy skies, which I love. We have ripple, which I love. And we also have stain to dirty water, which I love. All those things make it tougher for a bass to see and make it more likely for a big bass to hit. So let's not waste any time. Let's get out there, see what we can find out. See if we can catch a couple bass. Should be an interesting morning.
Boy, oh boy. Had to take the whole branch, didn't you? Ooh, there's a chunk. Oh, I had to rip the whole branch out with that fish. Look at that chunky bass, guys. What a beaut. I know it's redundant, but the jig goes in after those fish. I threw a topwater popper through there many times. I had one go after it. But as you can see, getting that jig down to those fish, even in 2 feet of water, those fish are a lot more likely to bite when you bring that bait to the fish. They do not want to come up for that topwater lure, even in perfect conditions. We have ripple, we have clouds, we have dirty water. All those things should make a bass feel more safe to come up, and that is why that first one did bite on a topwater. But it still goes to show how effective that jig is and going after those fish rather than letting those fish come to the lure. When you drop it on their head, they can't help it. There's another one. I was on the drop, guys. Another beautiful, beautiful bass. Get it back before I get into the dirt too much. That cloud cover, ripple, and dirty water, it just obstructs their vision. They're hungry, the shad are active, and those fish are just eating. And they do not have an opportunity to really stare at that lure. They don't analyze it, they just attack it. And that is how I'm getting so many bites and having so much success. We got 3 things working for us today. There's very little working against me today. There we go. That might be a smallmouth. That is a smallmouth. Dang. Look at that. Look at that. Look at him go. He needs to settle down so I can get him in. No net and treble hooks. What are we gonna do? We're gonna freaking flip him in like this. Oh my goodness. That is a giant smallmouth again, guys. Beautiful smallmouth. That is the fish I am always looking for. Beautiful smallmouth, beautiful color. Get him back. That is a rare fish. I don't come by him often, so I wanted to show you guys that beautiful fish on the top water, no less. That fish probably only bit because we have cloud cover, we have a choppy surface, and we have dirty water. There's a lot obstructing that fish's vision. We have shad up on these flats. There's a lot going for it again for me to catch that fish. And that is why I threw a topwater. If we didn't have those 3 conditions playing out like that, I probably wouldn't even bother. But you have the right conditions, you can get a beautiful fish to bite like that one. That was awesome. That's another big smallie. Another big damn smallmouth in the rocks. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, guys. 2 giant smallie on the topwater in one day. This is insane. That thing just came up and beautiful smallmouth. It's one of those days where it's almost hard because you don't know where to focus your efforts because so many fish are biting. But we're just throwing in those rocky areas. The smallmouth are coming out of the rocks and the largemouth are coming out of the wood, all within 3 feet or less. Dirty water, clouds, and ripple. It's just all the good things. It's a very special day for fishing, and I couldn't be more grateful. They're still gonna be up here. Okay, that's a better fish. That's what we want. Don't go in there. Oh, there he is, guys. That's the big fish of the day we were looking for. I just had a phone call with my wife and I was like, the fish are biting like crazy, but I can't find the big ones. There it is, up on the flat by the forge in the thick wood. That is my big kicker for the day. That's what I was looking for. Beautiful, big largemouth. Get that one back on the jig. Got my 2 giant smallmouth on the topwater popper, and get the big bruiser largemouth on the jig in the wood. Smallmouth relating to rock, largemouth relating to wood. Got that cool down overnight. We had rain, we had a front come through, and those fish are in a really good mood. But the fish are biting so well that I cannot find the big ones. I can't keep the bass off my jig. It's a good problem to have, but even the smallest fish will hit the jig today when usually a jig will deter those smaller fish. They don't care today.
Dirty water, ripple or chop, and cloudy skies. These conditions are awesome in the fall. You get those first real cold fronts coming through, cooling those water temps down a bit, and those fish just love when that happens. If you were to fish these same conditions in the spring, say right out of winter, ice out, this would shut those fish down likely. You get that cloud cover, that chop, that dirty water, those fish out of winter are not at all willing to bite. They're very tight-lipped and freezing cold, and those conditions are not doing anything to help them out. But in the fall, it works the exact opposite way. It cools those warm water temps down and gets those fish activated. You could have thrown any lure of your choice the other day. It was a 70 fish day, no kidding. You could have thrown anything at them and those fish would have bit. Again, I'm fishing in my comfort areas, jigs, throwing a topwater popper, anything that you are comfortable with, throw in a scenario like that and you might have a big bass day. Something extraordinary could happen under conditions like these in the fall. That's all I got for you guys today. Like and subscribe if you dig the content. You're helping me out so much and I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all. Get out there, catch yourself a good one, and I'll see you soon. See you guys.